Hey everybody, thanks so much for checking out Branch Out Guitar. I'm John, and today we're going to be talking about octave and unison fingerings. So octave and unison fingerings are two easy ways to connect the notes on the guitar neck without learning a whole bunch of new information. So let's dive right in. We're going to be starting here in the key of A, so that's the 5th fret here on the 6th string. Now the octave shape is very easy to find. You may know it from a 3-finger power chord as well, but you have an A here at the 5th fret. If you skip the next string over, in this case it's going to be the 5th string, and then you go up to the 7th fret on the 4th string, now you have your new A. If you then go from the 4th string here and then go up 3 frets, so if you're on the 7th fret, 7 plus 3 is 10, you go over to the 10th fret, skip the same string, skip a string just like the other shape in between, you have another octave. So starting here from the A at the 5th fret on the 6th string, it's very easy to find, if you know these shapes, 2 other A's. That's all well and good, but why is that important? Well, it's important because the relationship of all the notes on the guitar or in music in general is going to be the same regardless of whether you're playing it here on the 6th string or whether you're playing it here on the 2nd string or the 4th string or even higher up or wherever it might be. And why that's important is, say that if I have these A's here and I know that, say, the note G is a whole step below the note A, if I'm playing A here, then I know that G is going to be here. Well, that's going to be the same if I go over here, A, and then G is here, and if I'm up here, A is here, and then G is here. Even if I moved all the way up, same relationship. A, and then G is a whole step down. And that starts translating into even more complex fingering. Say if I played like G, A, and then C and D all on the 6th and 5th strings here. Okay, now I have that fingering there, I kind of like what that riff sounds like. If I know I'm starting here on the G, going G, A, C, D, C, and then back to A. If I jump that octave with that same shape that I did, I start here, the fingering actually stays the same. Proportionally, I mean. So you have, I could do the same thing as I jump up here from the 4th over to the 2nd string with the next octave up. So just with that octave shape, I just start getting a few other points of reference for how to connect those notes together without having to really figure out a whole bunch. I'm just using that octave shape to see and guide me to the next point on the guitar neck. The other thing that you can do, which is similar to this, is what's called a unison. You probably know unisons from learning how to tune your guitar, where, say, if I was starting here with the same A at the 5th fret, you may have been taught before that the next open string is also A, so you're trying to match those two pitches up in order to tune the guitar with itself. Well, that whole relationship here where you have the 5th fret from the 6th to the 5th string, 5 frets up from the 5th fret to the 4th string, so on 5 frets for strings 4 and 3, 4th fret for strings 3 and 2, and then 5 frets for strings 2 and 1. That relationship stays the same no matter what note you're playing on the guitar neck. So you just have to learn how to add 5 most of the time and 4, or subtract depending on which direction you're going. But say, let's play this note A, since we just talked about it here with the octave, but the A at the 7th fret on the 4th string. Now we know we have the octave shape, that's connecting, but we can also play those A's on the strings that we're skipping in between with those octaves. So say if I'm playing A here at the 7th fret on the 4th string, if I add 5 and go up 5 frets higher on the 4th string to the 12th fret, I have my same A again. Going back to where I started at the 7th fret on the 4th string, if I subtract 5 frets and go down to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, I have my A again. And then from these new points, so here's one of my new points, I can still have my new octave shape, or my same octave shape from before. Or So the really cool thing about unisons is that we get the same benefits as we do from the octaves, meaning that the distance, the relationship between those notes is the same. A to G, that's always a whole step, as the example that we did before. And the fingerings that we're playing for whatever licks that we have is also going to stay the same. So that's pretty much it for octave and unison fingerings. Be sure to comment below and subscribe and share, and check out branchoutguitar.com for more guitar information. We'll see you next time.